Oh. Oh. Ah. Bum, 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 bum. Limbus. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, I. Trent, Dennis, Zeno, Pringles. Who's Cultsit? I want to search who they are up, but I don't. Who that? Bum 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 bum. Who that? Oh, hold up. Let me unmute the game. I always mute it before I end stream. To pull first or to not pull first? Is the question. Oh. Oh my god, I hope I get like a lot of like 3 stars. I'm itching to roll. Alright, let me move you guys. Okay. Look at that, chat. I've been keeping up with my dailies. Yeah. It be how it be. Alright. So chat, you guys will be the ones to decide this. Do we want to do this? Because this is supposedly takes place much later in the story. And we aren't there yet. So do we want to do that? Yeah, it takes... You know, it's super nice. It takes place very later on in the story, and we are currently at Kanto's 3. This is after Kanto's 8. I personally like spoilers. The thing is that this is only a temporary event, so we will never see this event again. So this will be like a one-time opportunity, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel about like depending on what kind of spoilers it is. I mean, if you guys are down, I'm down. Fall for the FOMO bait? What is the FOMO bait? Oh, and exchange the stuff from last event before they leave. When do they leave, by the way? There's like, I still got like quite a few days left. I have 4 days left. But I wanted to get this, but we're not even anywhere near it. What do you think, chat? Should we do it for this, for extraction tickets? It says the event is closed? Where? Because I know it said there that it would, like, where is it? Oh, okay. So it uses the other... It uses this date. Okay. Because when I clicked on this, it says a different date, but I think this is just for, like, the items. So then should we get these? How about we use all of it on extraction tickets? What are we thinking? Sounds good. Yeah? Okay. Alright, and we still have a little bit left. Oh yeah, give me that. Alright, cool. And then... What's this? Thread? Let's just get this. We have 4 left. What the fuck can we do with 4? We really close up shop like with a like as a Jin main. Okay. Chat, how ready are we? I need to feel how excited you guys are. I need to... The energy needs to radiate from the chat into my soul. How ready are we? How sure are we that we're gonna get the best of the best? I've been saving up. I've been like, I've been saving up. I've been coming in every single day, collecting and collecting and collecting. We bought type shit. We believe. That's what I like to hear. Alright, chat. Are you ready? Okay. Ooh, I'm sweating. Okay. Oh, right, I have to click on it. What's this?
현장 자료들을
Heathcliff.
볼 때 이번 사건에 대한 결론은
Whoa. Okay, this was pretty bad. This was not great. Chat, we go. Chat. Is this one it? This one has to be it. This was an awful roll. This was probably one of the worst rolls I've ever had. Peak rolls incoming? Alright. If you guys say so. Oh, okay. Perhaps. I have that one already. Wait, what happens if you have one? You have one. Frost!
잘 부탁드려요.
We haven't had any fast ones before. Oh, she looks so cute too. The Duke gets more shards? I see. Your ID? Where? Is that Yuri's clothes? Are you sure? What's this? Alright, we can switch them now. Hold up. Let's go with this. I like this one. I like it a lot. Alright, last one, chat. Last bit of rolls that we could do. Come on. Oh man. Oh, we got the same one, chat. Oh. Whoa. That was unfortunate. Wait, what the hell? This lets me do this? What the?
아, 당신이야?
Rodion!
나한테 명령 내린다던 사람이?
Oh, she looks so hot. Chat, we doing this? Wait, no, she looks so hot. Hold up. Oh! No, she looks so bad. Oh, she looks so bad. Oh! Thank you for the raid! Hello! Slime raid. We bring you free slime. What kind of slime? It's like the glittery one with charms. Good luck with the polls. Thank you. I'm doing great. Well, right now, okay, we did like 33 polls and we didn't get even a single 3-star, unfortunately. But hopefully this one's the money maker. Let's see. Please, 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 please. Give me something. Whoa, wait.
실례하겠습니다.
What?
상가에서 준비한 𝓗𝓾𝓮𝓼입니다.
She's so pretty.
편안한 시간 되시기를.
Someone I know took 390 to get them all? Holy! Come on, give me a 3-star.
넌 예술의 극치를 본
Oh,
적이
bro, she's so hot. Okay.
난 그걸 찾기 위해 왔어.
The thing is that these look so cool, but they're not 3 stars. Come on. Give it to me! Holy, we have so many new ones. 270? 3-star win, that's what I'm saying. Oh my god.
드디어
Rodion.
잘 쓰시는군요. 후회하지 않으실 겁니다.
Why does she have that armor on? Isn't this from the guy that we're trying to fight? Why does she have that? What does a 3-star look like? It has like the... Hold on. So like this is a 3-star. Like it has like these 3 little things on it. So like I have him as a 3-star and I have Dawn. I have Heathcliff and Dawn as a 3-star. I want to change boss. Which one's better? Okay, this one looks to be better. Butler Foss is pretty good. She looks so pretty. She looks so pretty. Butler's better. I'm pretty. This is like my 7th stream on Limbus. I'm still like adjusting and getting new to everything, but yes. I would say I'm very new to Limbus. I'm only on Kanto's 3. I'm like a little bit of halfway. Lobotomy Foss wants to check the Yuri skin. Oh my god, don't even say her name. I get trauma every time I hear Yuri. Well, let's get Rodion a skin. Oh my god, Rodion's... Or, not Rodion, Roshu. Roshu's so bad. I love Roshu. Okay, let's see. Oh, I like this one. I like this one a lot. Okay. I think if this one's better. I'll have to level them. But first, let's keep rolling. Ugh. The apple? Wait, what apple? We still 20 pulls to go? Okay. Come on. Give me something! Give me something that will make me feel something! Come on, please. Oh my... Heathcliff? 2-star? No, this is Mersault! What can I... Oh wait, how do I use these like little... These... I'm assuming those are ego shards. How do I actually use them? My condolences. Don't say that! Whoa. Ah, they're like currencies. I see. But no, this is awful luck. Not a single 3-star. This is my last one, chat. Come on, please! I'm trying! Not amount of locking in can help me here. Whoa. Well, Dom looks super good here. So does Rodion. And Heathcliff. Well, they look really good there. Not a single 3-star, chat. I've been saving up too. I was saving up so much. Oh right, Ishmael, sorry. We both have such long hair. Oh, that's so unfortunate, man. I was saving up so much for it too. Alright, chat. Let's see. Stages? Are we ready for this? I know this is gonna be a bit of a spoiler, so at your discretion. How to single pulls to show my condolences. There's 20 pulls in the event store. Like from what this? From exchanging them? But not huge ones if you don't already know what they're talking about. I mean, I'm only in Kanto's 3. Like, I think I'm just slightly over halfway. Whoa. The sliver will slide right off the smooth braid. Okay. Okay. Perhaps it might actually. Oh. This is so unfortunate. I'll keep saving, chat. This is for like what, 29 days? I'll save so much. Okay, chat. Let's start this. Whoa. Oh, we get stuff. We get hella stuff. Won't enter the end of October. What the fuck?
지식이
청소지.
최선을 다해볼게.
Okay then. Oh, they're all by default 55.
하라고? 나?
By default, I didn't even look them up.
해보겠다만.
By the way, use supports that have the new... Okay. I was exploring a lobotomy corporation branch when my consciousness sinks into the depths. The sense of cognition itself, a concept without form, floats into the shadow of an ever-widening river, swept up in its current to nowhere. When we ran into an abnormality, but Basadi told us that Hong Yang's lobotomy corp branch should be free of any abnormalities. The abnormalities which had appeared out of nowhere was more otherworldly than any we'd encountered so far in our journey, and deep blue. It was fathomlessly blue, and seemed to have a pool that endlessly drew us into itself. Just as I was about to recall this abnormality, a myriad of sceneries and a flood of incalculable thoughts crashed into my mind like wild waves before ebbing away from its shores. Hello! I was already lost and adrift somewhere within my own consciousness when I realized this. Is everything going to one-shot you? I don't know. I hope not. I mean, the game by default on this mode made us level 55 because my characters are not even like level 30. Just how long am I going to be adrift? The sensation of my own consciousness floating away is quite the unfamiliar one. I floated about in that strange state for a while. Te? An unfamiliar voice seizes my aimlessly drifting consciousness. Are you Dante? The fog of my vision clears as the voice breaks through the waves, and a concerned expression comes into view. Yes, I am. What a relief. Gregor, I think Dante has come too. So who are... I was about to ask further questions to the stranger, with particularly long, animal-like ears, but these ears are long as hell. These are like some stupid long ears. I think so, Zeno. I think so. Fortunately, it's a nerf version because for some reason our normal launch was copy pasted from hard, but with automatic max levels. No! I don't even want to try hard mode. Stop making it fun. Amiya? Is that how you say her name? Bro, look at her ears, man! Shit long! I felt the drowsiness coursing back with the terrifying memories of the dream, rendering me unable to speak. She's a bunny, still got long ass ears though, and I have to get a hold of myself. After an intermediate amount of time has passed, I barely managed to wake myself from slumber to get a grasp of my surroundings, only to find myself surrounded by unfamiliarities. She's got pretty eyes though. Bloody big ass ears, man. Look at these big ass ears. Both got pointy Uma ears. There was that stranger from earlier, sitting atop a rock and silently taking in the sights. A young girl who probably saved my life. I've never played arknight. I've never played. Amiya is a donkey but doesn't like it like that, so we call her Bunny. Ah, wait, what? Why? Isn't it a gacha game, right? Arknight? Arknight. Or is it different from a gacha? Tower defense gacha game? Is it similar? Actually, I don't know if you guys know this game, but do you guys know Z-Girls? Is it kind of like that? Is it kind of like Z-Girls? Together we are Arknights. I've never played Arknight before. I don't know if anybody's gonna get if anybody knows what Z-Girls is. I was wondering if it's something like that. Nope, more like BTD6. What the heck is BTD? Oh, BTD6. Ah, more like Bloons. Oh, Bloons is fun. Okay, I might try it out. I know that after I finish Limbus Comapny, I want to go back to Withering Waves and finish it because I never finished Withering Waves. I did like nearly, what, like 13 streams of it and I never finished it. And then I'm going to take a break from gachas. I'll probably try Arknight in my own time. But I know I want to take a break from gachas, like streaming-wise. Because they take up so much time, unfortunately. Well, let me move myself a little bit more so you guys can also see the game. Like, the text perfectly. Oh, let me lock this. Wait, so were those animal ears after all? Okay, that's not important right now. I have to prioritize figuring out just where in the world I ended up in. So where? We're standing by the Iberian coastline. How are you feeling? A little out of it, but I'm okay otherwise. Iberia? Am I saying that right? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I have the hardest time pronouncing things because I'm illiterate. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing anything wrong. Yes, we're in Iberia. Well, given that we're next to an ocean, maybe I drifted all the way to 𝓗𝓾𝓵𝓮𝓼 Great Lake? Iberia was an unfamiliar name, but that was all I had to go on, given that the city was still full of more unknowns than knowns to me. I radioed your colleagues when you briefly woke up earlier. They'll be here any minute. Didn't see that the completing hard mode automatically completes novel, so I have to do— No! A lot of arknight locations are based on the real world. I see. Oh my god, not Siri, stop. Kinda looks like a swordfish. Yo, what the hell? I see. I see what— Stop, Siri. Wait, my colleagues. You must have run into the sinners then. The fog of my mind immediately cleared as soon as I realized that the sinners were all nowhere to be seen. Sinners. My cat just jumped on my monitor. Are you crazy? I think so. I ran into them earlier. They were looking all over the place for someone with a clock for their head. It was a pretty unique description, so I could tell right away that you were the person that they were looking for. So this clock head does come in handy. Yes! Ah, manager bud! Dante! God, 𝓗𝓪𝓼's so hot. Sorry. I'd woken up in an unfamiliar place to an unfamiliar face, and in the midst of all-around sense of displacement, the faces where appeared before me were certainly a sight for sore eyes. Gregor! 𝓗𝓼! Miss Rabbit here told me she found you unconscious by the ocean, and phew, I came as fast as I could, and oh boy, I was worried that something bad might have happened. Glad to see you're doing fine. Were you lost at sea? I don't know. Well, I do think I'm fine though. I guess not having any way to drink water finally comes in handy. You should go get that checked out in case. Wait, your head's waterproof, right? Gregor takes a moment to steady his breathing, then mutters a casual quip as he lights a cigarette. Well, he doesn't seem that concerned. Maybe we're not actually in that much danger. Actually, do any of you guys know if there is a gacha game similar to 𝓒𝓪𝓼 but like desktop? Because 𝓒𝓨 only works on like mobile, and I've been playing that game since I was like in middle school. But like, low-key, I want like a desktop version because I cannot play that shit on my phone. I have no storage to keep playing on my phone. So I wonder if there is one. So, what happened? Where are we? Also, how come there was only 4 options? Like, how come only 4 of the people can participate in this event? Is it because they were the only ones chosen for like arknight skins? Or like is there a specific reason for that? Blue stacks? What the heck is blue stacks? Blue stacks. Oh, like, okay. Yeah, but the thing is, like, it only works vertically, so even if I use BlueStacks to play 𝓒𝓨𝓼, it would still be, like, vertical on my computer. So, like, I want a game similar to it. Not just because the story said they were available. I see. Do you remember entering the Lobotomy Corp branch 𝓗𝓻𝓮𝓭𝓲𝓽 told us about? Yeah. So only Limbus is getting anything, and they were probably chosen for certain reasons. I see. So it's not like a public knowledge to what those reasons are. Just that they were chosen. Yeah, we ran into a new abnormality and got sucked into it before we even had the chance to do anything. Oof. Man, I really thought that was it for us, especially when you getting sucked in there too, Manager Bud. But when we came to, despite waking up with our faces down in some ditch, we were all fine without a scratch, though there were quite the mess when we realized that you'd gone missing. We wanted to search for you immediately, but it took a while before we got a better bearing of where we were. Hello, Soy! It is collab time. We're doing the event, the story. We wanted to search for you immediately, but it took a while before we got a better bearing of where we were. So we're not at U-Corp, Great Lake. Some of us consider that to be a distinct possibility, but it's unlikely. Ishmael was really certain that we were not in District 21. She did concede that we might be in an unknown area within the Great Lake of the outskirts, but that doesn't seem likely either, given what the rabbit-eared lady there said. No! Yo, what is this facial expression? What that bunny girl said, and then it just cuts to this face expression. Yo, what the hell? She looks just as shocked to hear that she's the bunny girl. I was like, oh, like, what the hell? She's like, bunny girl, where? Bro, it's you. What you got that expression for? Thank you for the follow. The outskirts region of the Great Lake. I've met all kinds of people from all over Terra, but I've never met anyone who referred to the Iberian Sea that way. Terrio? Iberia? As I found myself puzzled by these unfamiliar terms, a very obvious question suddenly struck me. Speaking of which, who are you? Huh? Really? You fellas haven't introduced yourselves to each other yet? It's just that it's all just a lot to take in. Wait! She also understood us. Isn't that like a big issue that we have with a lot of people, that no one but the sinners can understand us? Yet, didn't we talk with her? Like, did we have like a full-blown conversation with her? It's understandable. You did just wake up from a pretty harrowing experience. She is, actually, would you like to do the honors yourself? Amiya. Fuck. Amiya. The leader of the Rhodes Island. Please just call me Amiya. I'm Dante, manager at Limbus Company. I know I'm late, but thanks for saving my bacon. It seems that this Rodeo Island is a pretty big corporation, but... Gregor trails off ominously and scratches his head before continuing with some mild trepidation. Fuck. Yo, forgive me. Amiya. Is that how you say Amiya? Oh no, yeah, the character designs are mwah. This young lady with the rabbit ears doesn't seem to know what the head is at all. As far as I know, there aren't any organizations in Terra with the same characteristics as the one Mr. Gregor explained. At least not with a name like the head. Amiya. Is that you say Amiya? Also, sorry, it's Rhodes Island, not Rodeo. Sorry, Gregor's kind of bad with names. Yo, base. So, what you're saying is that... Oh! Thank you, Josh! Thank you, Josh, for the resub! Thank you! 9 months. Thank you, Josh. So what you're saying is that we're not in the city anymore. It'd be weird for any higher up at these huge corporations to know less about the head than we do, let alone be completely clueless about it. Well, maybe we've tumbled into a previously undiscovered zone of the outskirts of the ruins, probably. I'm awful with pronunciation. 9 months, man. Wow. 'Tis been that long. Or maybe we've really focused, or we really found ourselves in a completely different world. If their conjecture is correct, we're in way bigger trouble than I thought. This wasn't like the time we accidentally stranded ourselves in the outskirts via a door in the corridor. Amiya stared at me with some concern as though she felt my distress. I think I can draw a connection to something else that's happening here. Really? Yes. Recently, anomalous signs and events have been occurring in Iberia, ever since a mysterious dimensional door appeared at sea. Hold up, let me make sure that YouTube chat's working. Yeah, we're good. And it's been said that the dimensional door is connected to something very, very distant. To something that we've never observed before. So, seems reasonable to theorize that the dimensional door is how we managed to cross over to their world. I really would have appreciated Foss's input. Where'd all the other sinners go anyway? I wish there was like a weekly subscription. It would be cheaper and I could buy. Yeah, I mean, if you have, I know if you have Amazon Prime and you connect it to your Twitch, it gives you a free Twitch Prime every month that you can renew. Like that's like the cheapest thing that I know Twitch has. I know also as well there should be like a Twitch sub discount, I believe, for September. At least like it showed up on my Twitch. I think it closes in December. Or no, not December. In October. For like cheap subs, I think. A bit late on the uptake to be gawking around for the other sinners now, don't you think? They're at a settlement near here, where they're all helping out with various odds and ends of the village, while taking turns searching for Dante, of course. You know, I never thought about how difficult it would be to search for someone when we're like fish out of water, too. Man, barely even a wrinkle of sleep since yesterday. Everyone's got to be really tired then, so it's just you two out here for now? No, Ishmael and Yiseng are the other half of the search party, and we just happen to be the last group in the rotation. They must be searching elsewhere to find you, Manager Bud. We got the news early thanks to Amiya comms gear, but the other teams didn't. Yeah, we got lucky. The other team, well, we don't have any way to get in touch with them, so they'll probably continue their search until their shift is done. Oh, are we talking about the village you mentioned earlier? Uh-huh, right. You've not been there yet, huh? I guess it's a bit off the beaten path. Well, we're going to have to rendezvous with the other students anyway, so let's head to the village for now. Yo, there's something so funny about her expression. She just looks so like awkward and like kind of like uninterested, but like in a funny way. More so like a weird champ kind of face. Something seems to pique Amiya's interest as she fell into a contemplative silence before carefully speaking up. I would like to accompany you there. Sure, I don't see why not. You helped us find Manager Bud, and more importantly, you seem to know a lot more about this place than we do. I don't actually know Iberia that well either, but I should be able to be of some help. They've closed their borders and have practically locked out any foreign influence from affecting them, but I did get a briefing before the mission. Closed borders, huh? Then how did you get in, Miss Amiya? We followed Dr. 𝓗𝓪𝓼's directions and illegally crossed the country borders. Illegally! Oh, does that mean you crossed the border without obtaining any permission, Amiya? We had to cross the border somehow in order to investigate how and why the dimension stores came to be. Huh, is it normal for pharmaceutical companies to be doing that? Large pharmaceutical companies often dispatch their agents for missions. Hello, Noodle. Yes, Rhode Island is, in its essence, a pharmaceutical company researching treatments for people infected with 𝓗𝓪𝓼. But we also work to prevent and assist in the management of various situations that can occur in high-risk areas. High-risk areas, huh? Wait, what about your companions? I thought you came all the way here on your own. That's, we were forced to split up due to certain forces that were in pursuit. Wait, stop! Amiya's ears twitched as she came to a stop and began scanning the surroundings. Then, there! As we stood about confused, Amiya, noticing something, pointed towards the seashore hidden behind large and cracked rock formations. What are we supposed to... Huh? There we saw someone wielding a lengthy great sword. Speaking with two familiar faces. No! Again, move! You're in the way. You needn't worry as you do. We have had ample experience battling monsters who are much like them. Listen, I'm not worried. It's... Come on, better to have 3 fighters than 1, right? Besides, you're the first person we ran into out here, so we've got a lot of questions to ask. Yiseng! Ishmael! What the hell, dude? Dante, you are unharmed. Hello, Shaggy. And here I am. And here I was, we already finished the rolls. We finished rolling and now we're starting the story. And here I was, getting ready for a 3-day-long search. What a relief. We were all really worried that we might never be able to find you. We managed to find them thanks to help from Miss Amiya here. Amiya? Are you two acquainted? No, not a good time for a reunion. It can wait. Until after we take out the sea monsters. Scotty? Is that you say her name? Scotty? Are those organisms the Seaborns Dr. 𝓗𝓪𝓼 mentioned? They're sea terrors, to be specific. The less sophisticated ones among them. And they're probably here for me. Sea terrors? What the fuck? I hear the sticky noise of something viscous slithering against the rocks. When I turn to face the origins of the unsettling noise, I smell the heavy, wet scent of brine. What the fuck is that? At the end of my gaze awaits strange monsters, unlike distortions, unlike abnormalities, unlike anything I've ever seen. It is as though the sea itself is encroaching on its lands. Encroaching? I'm almost certain we weren't at the Great Lake, but I'm not so sure anymore. Her experience with the thick scent of brine at the Great Lake must have put her in a wary mood. As Ishmael seemed to be a bit more apprehensive about these monsters than anyone else. Do you think those creatures would be whales or mermaids? No, I don't think so. I don't know. The Great Lakes and the outskirts are full of unexplored mysteries after all. Dante, what do your senses say? It's unclear. I'd say the closest comparison I would make is with the whales, but even that's not conclusive. Huh? More enemies on the horizon. We should prepare for battle. Doesn't seem like we can talk things out for them though. So let's take them out. Oh my god, we're able to fight with them? Let's go! Never mind, we can't. Oh, she sounds so cute. Okay, where are they on the field though?
좋아, 간다.
Man, they're not even helping us.
오, 생각보다 잘 찍었네.
Oh, they really set the fun for yourself. What the freak? Oh, help us! Get on the battlefield! The guard of the rear trust? Oh my days.
좋아, 간다.
Well, specifically, Soy, this is the event story.
되는 건 즐겁네요.
Like in tower defense, right?
처치의 약점이요.
This is so tower defense core.
먼지를 떨어내줘.
좀 더 잘 될 수 있는 건 즐겁네요.
처치의 약점이요.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
이렇게 떨어져줘. 결국은 이렇게 떨어져줘.
되는 건 즐겁네요.
Whoa, I like that. That was really different. I prefer that over the victory. All remaining enemies have retreated to the sea. Good work, everyone. Phew! Didn't think I'd have to deal with anything remotely like this outside the Great Lake. I can't believe the sinners are hitting 50 plus coin power. Is that how Arknight ends their games? Really? That's so nice. You could say that again. It would have taken us the whole day if that Scotty character didn't accompany the other half while Miss Rabbit helped us from a distance. As we were catching our breath after the battle, I heard a brief hum. When I turned to look at its source, I saw Scotty glaring at me with palpable alarm. That was like the end screen when we finished our battle. It was really nice, really pretty. Strange people who transform. And they head of a clock. I guess they're both technically true. Well, it's nothing more than a theory at this point. I think they have a lot to do with the dimensional door we're supposed to be investigating. Nice to meet you, I guess. I only hear a ticking clock. Also, she can't understand us. Oh, that's because only us sinners can hear Dante's voice, huh? What's up? Oh no, I was just wondering how Miss Amiya can seemingly understand Dante. That's what I was asking! But yes, I do think that they because the thing is, like, when we started the event, it made all of my characters all the actually it made all the sinners like 55 level 55. So they purposely buffed them so that I could actually do the story. Yeah, what's going on here? Huh? Yeah, it completely flew over my head that I didn't even question how weird this is. Their voice sounds like a ticking clock to me too, but I don't know. It's almost like I can sense what they're trying to say, what kind of emotions they're trying to convey. Her explanation reminded me of a blue boy in Sinclair's past, but I didn't quite feel the uncanny sensation from Amiya that I felt from them. So she can read me like how Virgilus can, I guess? Well, I don't think it's a bad thing. That's true. It's been a bit of a hassle to always need Faust or 𝓗𝓪𝓼 to translate for you, Dante. I'd like to know exactly how she can understand Dante, but I don't think we've got the luxury of time to sit down and figure this out. So, are we heading back? Sounds like a plan. It's not like we know anywhere else to go, right? Oh, and Miss Rabbit here will be tagging along too. She said she'd help us find our way back. The character remains the same with your voice? What do you mean? Like how I'm using the same tone with like everybody? Honestly, there's just way too many characters for me to create their own voices. I think I would die. I'm glad to be working with you two also, Miss Ishmael, Mr. 𝓗𝓼. Took the words right out of my mouth. You've already helped us plenty, and you clearly know a lot more about this place than we do. The journey is long. Perhaps embarking on it ere the sun's fall would be wise. How long is the journey? No idea. It's not like we have a clock with... Okay, I didn't know that it's not very far though. We just need to walk along the coastline for a bit. Scotty quietly points in my direction. Oh, Dante can't tell us the time because they're not on time. Then why the clock head? I didn't exactly choose to get myself a clock-shaped head. I looked away from Scotty's inquisitive eyes, which were quite solidly fixed on my head. The coasts of Iberia are hardly good places for people to live. Those things could go anywhere in this world, but they thrive at places that meet the ocean. So how did people manage to build a village at a place like this? The monsters are called Seaborns, or sea terrors, yes? Well, this is true that they possess a certain difficulty. They were hardly the kind of monsters with the strength to bring scourge and drive out the local populace. Yo, what did you say, Pringle? Yeah, I didn't take it in a bad way, Sui. But oh my gosh, I definitely would give them voices if there weren't like a tremendous amount of characters. The game is free? Yes, this game is free. It's on Steam. Don't judge them based on the brief skimmish. She's just telling us to be on our guard, right? Scotty can be a bit court, but she's not a bad person. I don't think she said anything wrong. Nothing rules out the existence of stronger variants of these creatures being out there. Scotty's concerns only serve to fan my curiosity, but something about her expression communicated that I probably shouldn't pry. So I quietly quickened my pace as we walked to the village.
가야 할 곳으로 보내준 것뿐이죠. 보이는 걸 베어냈을 뿐이고요.
Wow, that was only the first part. This hardly looks like a village. It's more like the ruins of one, isn't it? It doesn't seem like they've done any proper upkeep to the place. Not in a while, at least. They're really here, living together. The strange buildings tell the stories of former prosperity from a bygone era. Our steps leave no footprints on the wet, muddy ground. On it, I see a rotting sign marked with the name 𝓗𝓪 Muerto. Does that say muerto? Everywhere I look in this village, I see evidence of long silent abandonments. We don't see these kinds of abandoned looking ruins often in the city either. Well, yeah, there's always someone or something out there waiting to capitalize on that free real estate. Can it be a syndicate or a corporation? And fix it up. Better than this at least. Oh, god damn it. So where are the sinners? Ah, there's a clearing down there where we were entrapped with a twine of great ships, narrowing winds against our sail. What the hell? Oh! And that is where young Ishmael boomed, her command the most resonant. Say no more. I didn't even try to search for them. That unmistakably sonorous and familiar voice echoing triumphantly between the empty buildings. Is that Dawn? Oh, that's Dawn's voice when she's sharing her adventurous tales. There she was, standing atop a low podium like an actor on a stage, regaling a group of people in rags with tales of our adventures like a traveling the Spain. Answer, ye dogs! Oarsmen, 'tis the moment I, Ishmael, the first mate of vessel, shall never... You are not Ishmael. Stop! Hold on! Just what do you think you're doing? Young Ishmael, unhand my mouth, for I was just about to regale them with the most fantastic tale of adventure at the greatest gasp! Manager! Verily, thou hast returned with manager safely in tow. Put her down. What? They found Clockhead. Heathcliff! Hi! A burning sea clock for a head. When I was a child, I heard a story about a legendary 𝓗𝓾𝓮𝓼 with a flaming head. Why would someone like that visit our humble village? While their exterior may carry elements that inspire fear in some, there is no cause for alarm. Yeah, they might look like that, but they're Dante, our manager, and the rest are... Oh, hello. I'm sorry, who are you two? They're two very nice people who helped us find Dante. This is Miss Ameya, leader of the Rhodes Island. And this is Miss Scotty, their operator. They'll be coming along with us for a little while. With us? We believe that the dimensional door which we at Rhode Island are investigating has something to do with why you suddenly woke up here in Iberia. As Ameya was bringing the sinners up to speed, the villagers who were staring at us curiously approached us. Did our conversation manage to convince them that we're not a threat? I sure hope so. You are friends of our saviors. Saviors? Verily, 'tis quite the grand title. Yet that is indeed the word by which we addressed. Oh, get her! To be more precise, by saviors, they are referring only to Faust and Otis. Faust gave me a light nod when we made eye contact, but I could tell that her lips were drawing a very, very subtle smiling arc. So, I'm guessing something did happen. They were quite mistrustful upon our initial arrival. What business do outsiders have here? What if they're from the Inquisition? Oh, no. What do we do? After all, we went through to get here. Calm yourselves, everyone. None of them are carrying what appears to be their scriptures or lamps. Let's try to see who they are. Man, I don't think they're gonna trust us anytime soon. Roshu! They're all I don't know what that says. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Let's STNC, then PTSD. Yo, what the fuck? You can't do that, Roshu. You can't pillage their storage. It looks like they already have it hard enough as it is. I don't think STNC is a good way to get started either. Should we just first? Should we find? Oh my god, find help elsewhere? Just look at how thin their arms are. I don't think they're in any shape to help us. Perhaps we could inquire as to get our whereabouts ere we are to decide our lodging. While the landscape is certainly reminiscent of 𝓗𝓾𝓵𝓮𝓼, but I don't recall seeing or learning about any place that looks like this. Though I can't say I've been to every corner of 𝓗𝓾𝓵. I'll ask again, what business do outsiders have here? Their fingers are tightening around the grips of their weapons. Prolonged silence will most likely turn this into a hostile encounter. We can't have that. Hi, we're from Limbus Company. We're fixers of justice! Yeah, that. Fixers of Oi! Do you know when to keep it down? Fixers. That over there, it's a ship blueprint, isn't it? Are you looking to repair a vessel, by any chance? All these construction materials seem to suggest so. Chief! This does not concern you. It's not something a mere outsider can understand. Curious. I've never seen an energy source like this before. Have you run the test to rule out any stability issues? It seems to power the heat exchanger via some method comparable to the utilization of fusion energy. Have you any thoughts on this, Miss Faust? The general design structure of somewhat old-fashioned, but there certainly are inspired parts of this design, particularly with the usage of the core energy source. While its stability would need to be further studied, this technology seems to be incredibly energy sufficient. You identified all that merely by glancing at this blueprint. You must be the village chief then. If so, I have a proposition for you. In return for assisting in their ship repair, we were promised a ride on their vessel. Miss Faust has theorized that perhaps by going out to sea, we may be able to find a way to return to whence we came. They speak in code. I want a glass of WATER. You're so right! Does that mean we can find a way back somewhere out there in the sea? Nothing is certain yet, Dante. At this moment, we are working based on a hunch. A hunch. Sensing the implicit omen in her choice of words, I slowly turned away to look at Faust, who nodded solemnly in response. If we're really in a different world, even her Giselle's shaft has to be... No issue were encountered in the repair process. Faust smiles faintly as she looks around. Then she pulls me in by my hems. She whispered in a low voice, "My connection to Giselle shaft is currently operating at a suboptimal level, Dante. So it's still connected at least." Indeed, it is. However, even exchanges of simple information are taking up to dozens of hours by current calculations. Faust is so bad, but stick to one woman. How about that? You want Otis? Stick to Otis, buddy. But she is bad though, I'm not gonna lie. Is this a rap? I like Roshu and Rodion, but Faust is also pretty. They're all pretty. Is this a rap train situation? Because we're in a different dimension? The cost should be identical. We have been connected to an unidentified, unpredictable dimension. However, Faust is aware that the pathway of our original dimension is yet to close this time, unlike the situation back aboard the warp train. So, to get back to where we came from, indeed, traveling through the pathway is the most feasible solution. And from that, you came up with the whole plan to repair the ship and sail out to the sea? Yes. Well, I am also a genius, after all. I wanted them both. I wanted both Otis and Yuri, and then Yuri died. I'm still grieving. Yuri's still my number one, no matter what. But I didn't start thirsting over Otis like after Yuri died. I liked them both at the same time. I said who I liked and I stuck to them since. But I'm honestly, I'm not for... I don't really want Otis like that anymore, TBH. She's okay. she didn't really get like a lot of screen time to see her. And I mean, like, I feel like what I liked about her hasn't really been showing a whole lot since like the newest Kantos. So for right now, Otis is okay to me. Yuri is still #1, but I mean, she's also dead. So I'm not really sticking to 2 women if one of them is literally dead. Like, what the fuck? But she's okay. I like more so, I would say, Roshu or Rodion. Amiya conjectured that we probably came through a dimension door of sorts. Looks like that dimensional door might be what Foss is looking for. With high likelihood, yes. At least we're a way back. I find myself calming down a bit. Ishmael's very pretty as well. But I think I've been liking a bit more like Roshu or Rodion than Otis. Otis doesn't get like any screen time. She hasn't been getting any screen time. You might be a necrophiliac. Don't ever joke about that. Shit's disgusting. That is absolutely fucking disgusting. Yuri's dead, bro. Relax. Don't. That's so weird. Oh, speaking of which, when do you think we can wrap up the repair job? As fortunate, why do they keep stepping on us? That sounds so gross. As fortune should have it, a majority of the most time-consuming parts of the repair have already been completed by the locals. No, Yuri's gone completely. No more Yuri. I will always be sad about that. Yuri will always stay as my #1. Honestly. She'll always be my #1. It shouldn't take us more than a day or two to get its core parts ship shape again. Executive manager. Executive. Oops. Oh crap. We'll be staying here a few more days. Then how did you manage last night? Well, like I said earlier, we've been keeping ourselves busy looking for you this whole time. We took turns helping with the repairs and resting, but I doubt any of us got a proper night's rest. Still, we weren't cold, thanks to the villagers who kept the fire going for us all night. Not to mention how they helped us a ton with the local map they drew us. Oh, also, Chief handed us this earlier. What's it for? Oh, looks like a sack of collect water. Give it here. God, her hair is so... I feel like her hair gets bigger. Give it here. I know how to get that installed. It must be to repay Miss Foss and Miss Otis at repairing the ships. Yet, the service they provided us is certainly quite generous, even when taking the transactional nature into account. They're really giving us the best treatment they can, huh? As for food, we managed to fill ourselves with some cookies and bread Rodion keeps in her pocket. Didn't want to eat their food supply when they're already pretty tight, you know? She carries enough cookies and bread for 12 people? Yeah, no, what the She's a weirdo. They did offer us some nosh, those dried fish things, but we refused. I ain't about taking food from the needy. No need to concern yourselves as much with our hospitality. You have done more than enough to earn your keep. I turned around to look at the source of that low rumbling voice and saw the old man in an outfit that seemed to distinguish himself amongst the other villagers. There you are, Chief. Is there a place for us to stay the night? We do have places to shelter from the misty humidity, at the very least. There is an empty building there, so feel free to occupy it for the night. Oh, are you sure? I mean, I don't mind sleeping in the streets myself. Hey, speak for yourself. I've been looking forward to sleeping with a roof over my head since, like, yesterday. You'll catch cold sleeping in the elements in this environment, which is fine by me for the rest of you, but we cannot afford to have the executive manager or our honored guests suffer that fate. Honored guests? Yes, donkey ears. I heard what happened from the 4 who left in search of the executive manager. First, I would like to begin by imparting my infinite gratitude to you for finding and rescuing executive manager. God, why do I keep saying that? I heard that you are the leader of the pharmaceutical company. This acquaintance shall certainly come in handy in case our stay becomes significantly prolonged. I'm just surprised by her boldness to say something so materialistic when they're standing right here. Can I stay in your village too, chief? The village chief took a brief glance at the hems by her right wrist, then nodded. Welcome to 𝓗𝓾𝓵𝓮𝓼. You are welcome to stay for as long as you want. 𝓗𝓾𝓵𝓮𝓼. And please, do let me know if you find yourselves without food. Our food supply may be tight, but we have enough to share with those who helped repair the vessel. Oh, you better not go back on your word later. I wonder what kind of local delicacies await. Dried fish like they were eating earlier, maybe? Hey, Chief, what is it? Just how are you surviving out here by the sea? Perhaps the question of how we are surviving may be somewhat misdirected. But we are only pursuing every possible avenue because we must survive. The chief responds to Scotty's perceived hostility with a hearty smile. After leaving some firewood for the night, he left. I'm going. Can't learn much more from here. Huh? You're going somewhere at this hour? Scotty, does this have something to do with the coast? I remember what you said before we got to the village. Something about how coasts are hardly good places to live in. Dante wants to know if this has something to do with the coast. Do you understand the... what the hell? Language? No. Dante, Scotty just spoke in... I couldn't understand a word of Scotty and the chief's conversation because I don't speak. Ah. It may only be that there was enough lexical similarities between one of the city's languages and the language Scotty spoke, and for them to comprehend the meaning. Weird coincidence. Anyways, I have some things to look into. Something you're all too slow to see. What the fuck? Oh god, we want to throw down. You still have to tell us about it later. Please remember you're not on a solo mission, Scotty. This is a team effort from Rhodes Island. Will do. Scotty nodded lightly before leaping off into the night, out of our sight. I'm kind of worried. She's not the best with people, but she's also pretty thoughtful. She'll be okay. Should we head inside? The sun's starting to set already. Oh, yeah. We could probably just pick up an unlit building and stay the night there, right? Trying our best to ignore the mood that was starting to turn awkward, we made our way into a nearby unoccupied building. God, I miss Yuri so much. Yuri! I miss her so much, man. I'm gonna cry. And she was like building a relationship too with like Gregor. This is so fucked. Yeah, I get that she's gone. Gotta move on. Is that how you are? They're gone, so you're like, okay, next one. Tuh. Oh, she was literally just the best girl. She's literally just best girl. Like, I don't know what to say. She literally just was it. Like, I don't know. Okay, let's see how. Okay, we're not even the first part. What we'll probably do is like, because it's a very like limited event, we'll probably have the next few like Limbus Company streams be a part of this. So we're not going to be doing the main story for a little bit. We walked past a few narrow buildings and remnant of narrow buildings before we came across a hall large enough to house all 15 or so of us. Okay, now we're ready. With the curtains on the windows removed, the smoke has an exit. Whoa, I thought we were doomed to shoulder ourselves to sleep with the soaking wet firewood and all. I had no idea that'd work. Shaggy, have you played Arknight, or have you, like, do you know anything of Arknight? We just have to get a small fire going underneath it until the wood dries up and catches fire. The downside being all this smoke. It clears that she has some field experience. It's clear that she has some field experience, unlike some fools I know. I shan't sit here and let her carry the burden of labor alone. Bequeath upon me thine ingredients, young Rodion, for I shall conjure thee a pot of special fixer soup. Get her away from everything. You're making soup with cookies and jelly? That sounds utterly disgusting. No! 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 You're not getting anywhere near the kitchen again. Not after what you cooked up last time. While I must admit to a certain level of interest, as many of our fellow Viscera are oft racked with intense agony upon ingesting dishes of your making, perhaps it would be wiser that we save the occasion for a safer environment. Right. Don't you remember? We agreed to leave cooking to Mir or Odie if we're ever in a situation like this, remember? Did we? See, I think it's because it's become sort of an unspoken rule after everything that happened. Remember? Back during last year's cooking contest at K-Corp, we were the only two people who managed to get remotely positive reviews. Oh, doesn't that mean that we get to try Otis cooking once again? Denied. We still have plenty of high-calorie foods like cookies and jellies here. I find no reason to do something so inefficient. I'm glad to see that everyone's still energetic, given the circumstance. It can't be easy to suddenly wake up in an unfamiliar environment. Well, we're all quite used to getting thrown into unfamiliar places. Speaking of which, did you manage to reach our colleagues, Amiya? She shook her head, unconcerned. They might have lost their comms device, or maybe they ran into some other trouble. Could they be in danger? I don't know, but I'm sure they're okay. The doctor, Dr. Calcit, they're both more than capable enough to look after themselves. Long after this curious lingered within me, thus allow me to inquire. Corporations are, by their nature, organizations in pursuit of profit. Yet, the activities of your corporations resemble those of charity organizations, as opposed to the pharmaceutical company. Is there aught that might explicate this blurred distinction? Ah, I want to know too. How come a pharmaceutical company like Rhode Island's helping people? Something about what Honglu said brings back unpleasant memories. The horrible experiments seen through the cascade of flowing tears in the face of suffering, the embodiments of greed that left a terrible wound in Honglu's fathoms. The pharmaceutical companies I've seen in my journey were corporations that, despite posing the capabilities to heal, chose to obsess over the profits it can provide. There are many in Terra who are suffering from a disease. The disease crystallizes you. It spreads deeper and deeper into the infected internal organs, eventually accumulating in their death. Culminating. It's called oropathy. Ameya showed me the back of her right hand, dotted by what appeared to be obsidian crystallization. Its appearance reminded me of the biotreatment from the back streets. But there was something more to it, something more restless, more sinister. Do we see? It's a terrible, painful disease, but there haven't been any recorded recorded cases of full recovery. But there's an even worse problem. Pray tell, what could possibly be worse than an incurable deadly disease? While it varies region by region, discrimination against the infected is widespread across 𝓗𝓪. Those who suffer from it must face unfair treatment. 𝓒𝓻𝓮𝓭𝓲 began with a dark expression. Some are quarantined in places with terrible and inhumane conditions, and that there have been massacres too. I don't mean to be callous, but is this orthopathy highly contagious? No. There have not been any record cases of infected by contact as long as the subjects are alive. But when the infected dies, the crystal grows on their body decay and turn in dust, scattering, which is what spreads the plague. Then, varying environments like active battlefields where casualties are to be expected, staying within close proximity of the infected in daily life seems to pose hardly any risk. So what's the problem then? They're already past the point of caring about what the problem is. Once people start feeling iffy, all logic goes out the window. Then Rhode Island's goal has to be, yes, it is important to develop a cure for orthopathy, but I think what really matters is that we change the circumstances for the better, for the infected. That's not going to be an easy endeavor, though. That is what gives your effort more meaning. I hope you can achieve this goal, Ameya. I really do. Sob, for truth. The city, this world. We both live in worlds full of surprises, don't we? What kind of world did you come from, this city? What kind of place is the city anyways? The kind of place with too many pointless rules. No! The kind of place where the moment you think, isn't this too much, you see something even worse. Holy crap. Try as I might, I couldn't think of a single positive thing about the city. Who is this? I don't think this is 𝓗𝓮𝓼. I think this might be 𝓒𝓻𝓮. The sinners remembered, my teeth. The sinners seemed to be in agreement, as most of what came after was quite scathing. The kind of place where good deeds rarely ever go unpunished. Where sympathy is a good attitude to have if you're like getting stabbed in the back. Nothing good ever works out there. It's a shithole. It's an irrational place full of absurdities. Absurdities is an omnipresence. Therefore, it is not a subject by which we should be aggrieved. We can at least gross about them, though. I mean, it's the only thing that we can do. It should be more correct to experience more and acclimatize oneself to it instead of complaining. Shit! Fuck! You did say something like that last time. Just as the mood was starting to turn rather sour, dawn shattered through the awkwardness. Verily, nary a day goes by untarnished by villains and their fell deeds. Yet worry thee not, for where evil riseth, so doth fixers of justice too. Dawn jumped from her seat and passionately shook a bit, which was followed by a heavy crack and the sound of small pebbles tumbling down. Dawn, watch out. Who the fuck this? And from behind the wall, she accidentally broke down. There was no accident. An unfamiliar visage of a villager appeared and stood back at Dawn. It appeared that she was eating something out of a can while reading a book. Why did she do that? She did not need to do that. Why did we do that? How farest thou? Farest thy foot? You gotta apologize first. Last seemed a tad too hyper today. My apologies, for I hardly expected the wall to crumble with such ease. This motherfucker is so... We're so small brain! Are you kidding me? Art thou unhurt? Any injuries? Two. Pray tell, to what? Forget the apology. I just want to know what happens next. The fixers of justice rose up to... do what? Oh! And she's crazy too. Unlucky. Oh, hast thou come to me to hear the tales of fixers? I don't know about coming to us, given how Miss Dawn was the one who punched the wall down. Ahem. Oh, is it too late an hour? I don't mind waiting till morning if you want to sleep. Nay, not at all. 'Tis quite early an hour for tales, in fact. Pair thee, sit thyself here. You ungovernable fool, calm down. We don't know who she is. We don't know who she is. And don't you forget to share those fixer tales over there in the corner to not disturb our sleep. Thou market a quest most untensible. These tales deserve to be announced to the world with a great gusto. From the center! Yeah, that's the best way to hear those kinds of stories, but we should probably introduce ourselves first, to each other first. Name's Mayors. I'm... how should I put this? Did you meet the village chief earlier during that day? He's my gramps. GG's. Yo, I'm gonna close up stream, I think. There was no way this motherfucker just broke the niece's daughter of the chief. Like... her wall! Brother! Oh, that's that nice guy. He had a granddaughter. Yet, I have not seen you once, Miss Mayors, under the sun. Oh my, you're right. I thought the village was completely dried of any young blood. Like Rudion said, while we didn't see Mayors out there, there wasn't anyone else in the village that we can comfortably call young. You're telling me Gramps was worrying over nothing and told me to stay put inside? Going on and on about the dangers that the outsiders pose and everything. It seems that they do not give full faith in their saviors. There are things you cannot share, even with whom you trusted with your life. Though, I would like to know why. My. So there are a bunch of other kids who are stuck indoors in this village. No, there isn't anyone around my age in the village at all. If that's the case, I guess I can understand why he'd be overprotective. Anyways, it's our turn. We are... I'm good. I heard enough to get an idea. Yo, that's not good, I feel. That doesn't sound good. You did. Oh, pretty. How didst thou hear us? Via a listening device most secret upon our chambers? Mayor tapped a side of the wall. The part of it was still standing anyways, and smiled ironically. Bad soundproof. I could hear pretty much everything. And Dawn, right? Everything Dawn practically sang through the door. Everything Dawn practically sang through the day. Verily, I see. I think you could really do with some sense of embarrassment for once. Well, I guess it's good enough for self-introductions, so... Here to regale me with the tale of fixers who bring justice to the evil of the city? Indubitably. Then, this shall do. I shall regale thee with the tale in which the legendary fixer, the arch magnificence herself, the Red Mist, hath... I suppose I killed any hope for a good night's skip. But, do you usually pass out within a minute of your back hitting the hay no matter how noisy things are? What? Do you take me for some kind of hibernation bear or something? Look, even I have trouble sleeping when there's noise all over. I'd say bear in hibernation is a pretty apt descriptor. For all that grumbling and moaning, he dozed off before any of us did. Aside from Heathcliff, who began snoring the moment his head touched the ground, some other sinners were fast asleep as well. Miersalt had entered sleep in his usual steadfast adherence to the routine, while Faust laid claim to one of the few available cloth sheets as soon as the close of business for the day was confirmed. The sinners had spent the entire night searching for me in this unfamiliar land. Slowly began to fall asleep as well. Meanwhile, the fixers of the Zui Association First Section, though the night was no longer young, dawn was still vigorously sharing the tales of adventures without even a single sign of fatigue. She's not determined to do this until sunrise, is she? Oh, this is a gasp! I guess it's okay, since Mayor seems to be having fun. As I continued to watch the pair with some mild concern, Amiya, not yet asleep, approached me. The city Miss Dawn speaks of seems to be teeming with fixtures of justice and exhilarating tales of adventure. Did you really experience all of them yourself? No, of course not. Dawn's stories are usually those of other famous people, but she's telling it with such vigor that it also sounds like she was there herself. Well, I guess, if you really want to get into it, some of them might be retellings of Dawn's personal experience. Ishmael replied uncertainly, thinking back to the plays we were made to watch back in Manchalan. Wait. In La Manchalan. Wait. Manchalan. Manchalan? Why doesn't that sound familiar? Well, I think all those stories, even though they're only partially true, just go to show what a ridiculous place it can be. We wouldn't need fixers of justice to begin with if we really lived in just a world, right? A really good place to live would be quiet and peaceful, without someone having to force it. Huh, that's true. I hope we'll come to a day where Rhode Island can be a normal pharmaceutical company in the future. Is anybody even here? Where did chat go? Chat's been so quiet. Mancha latte. Hello, Jason. Something wrong? No, I just thought Miss Mayers and I made eye contact. Does he like her? What's going on? Did she overhear our conversation? I looked at her direction as well, but all I saw was Mayers excitedly reacting to Dawn's tales. Whoa, what happened then? The spake Lady Otis boldly before the soldiers who stood in our path. That you presumest to stand in our path, servants of a master most unworthy? I, Otis, shall educate thee on how manners make thee. Dawn was now retelling the stories of Limbus Company's adventure in Hong and Otis, who could no longer stand Dawn, unintentional alteration of the story, jumped in her feet and shouted, "Damn it! What kind of nonsense are you feeding her? I never said anything like that." Verily, certain aspects of the story may have been exaggeration. That's tales of adventures for you. Things are bound to get a bit dry when a story is told so realistically and as is, right? You know nothing. Not even anything resembling a proper record or a book remained once. The profound silence swept through this village. So I've always had a craving for these kinds of stories. But Iberia doesn't stop Iberians from immigrating, contrary to their tight immigration controls. Have you ever thought about leaving this place? It's still a challenge to cross the border, especially since we're going to have to pass through larger cities that are managed by the Inquisition. You don't seem particularly fond of this Inquisition. Why is that? That's because this village was formed by people who grew tired of living under the Inquisition's rules and fled. Sorry, but what kind of organization is this? Inquisition? Sinclair asked. Face turned cold upon hearing the word Inquisition, and the people fled from it. Yeah. The Nagel and Hammer we saw back in COG weren't the kind of memories that were easily forgotten. That's where we are right now. We haven't finished that story yet, though. According to Dr. Salsit, the Inquisition is what filled the power vacuum once Iberia fell into chaos. Burn the witches! But they weren't really witches. Just burn Hammer. That is, Inquisitors are the rapier lamp, wielding protectors of Iberia's cities from lawlessness. That alone kind of makes them sound like good people, though. Yeah, they are, but they're the Church of the Deep. The Inquisition will go to whatever lengths to deal with the incidents related to the Church and that worships the Seaborns. Fire! An organization that worships those monsters! It seems that the cultist fanaticism is a plague wherever we go. How many new Limbus companies? I can't remember if I started playing when the Limbus company arknight was announced, but I didn't know about it when I first started playing. I'm in Consoles 3. This is probably like my 7th stream of Limbus. I've been playing so much of it, and I didn't know until maybe a few streams in about the arknight collab. I feel like people with all kinds of wrong faiths and beliefs are so common. See, the Seaborns are the ones that messed Iberia up. So, following their logic, apparently it's okay for them to arrest anyone who seems even remotely connected to them. Are you saying that the Iberia is like this because of the Seaborns? Those things from earlier? I guess they were kind of troublesome to deal with, but they didn't seem that strong. Anyways, it's just what I heard from Gramps, but the Inquisition executed many innocent people too in their crusade against the Church of the Deep. Hold up, I think my cat is choking. Hold on. Hello, wait, what was the other event? Okay, I'm back, sorry. My cat was like making such a weird noise. And I thought he was like choking, so I was like patting him. I was like, are you good? And then he started like running around the room. I was like, I don't know. I only recently started playing, so I don't know what the event. Oh, the okay, I think I know. The one that just ended. Okay, yes. I didn't get to participate too much in it because I was still trying to figure out how to play the game. Well, thank you for the follow, Jason. Anyways, that's just what I heard from Gramps, but the Inquisition executed many innocent people too in their crusade against the Church of the Deep. Those who proclaim to be on the side of justice, they seem quite fond of committing such villainy. It seems like a reasonable policy decision to me, but it must pose a clear danger to the daily lives of citizens. Yeah, I heard I was the only survivor. Everyone in my family died. What? No! You must have had to endure such a long period of pain to be able to say something like that with such composure. For Iberia, they are heroes who bring the land back to its glory days. But to Gramps, they were just oppressors making his life difficult. I've never played Arknight before, no. That's why we've all come here, fleeing from the Inquisitor's gaze. Yet, whereas we're more has decided to settle at a place that is so run down. I think I played it a bit before the first release. And she says it as if it was nothing. Yeah, that has to be pretty tough, but she must have already like dealt with the pain, like the memories of. I've never played Arknight. My friend or my viewer said that it was like balloons, like it was a tower defense RPG. So I might look at some like gameplay and see how it looks. Yeah, I know, but it's not so bad once you get used to it. Besides, we managed to find a new path thanks to you guys. A new path? Well, it's getting late. Will you be repairing the ship tomorrow too? This place really has no soundproofing at all. Good talk, everyone. Hope we get another chance to do this again tomorrow. After seeing Mayor to her own room, the other sinners, those who were still up anyway, and I laid ourselves on the hard stone floor, with only a thin layer of cloth between it and our backs. A mysterious world that is neither the city nor the outskirts. But it seems like the lives its people led were just as difficult as they were anywhere else. I feel so bad for her. Just must be tough. Holy crap, that's only the second part, but these were long. These were really long. Honestly, I don't even know how much we'll be able to actually play of this game before the event even closes. I want to try to play as much of it. Honestly, maybe we can finish it, but like I don't even know how far we can get. Let's see if we can get about halfway. Like, at least... Okay, let's try to get at least here. I mean, I would hope so. But like, they're still pretty long. I can't lie. Since everything you do gives you the currency. That's true, yeah. But it's that Limbus Company in general is pretty long. We did 3, okay. So this was like about... They should be like... If they're consistent, then maybe it's like 4 each. Oh my god, I didn't mean to do that. It's gonna be active for 30 days. We can definitely finish this before the... Oh no, the story is long as hell. Which is like... so unfortunate because I've done... This is my 7th stream on it. And I want to keep playing it, but it's just really long where I don't really get a chance to play like a bunch of other games. If I want to complete this in like relatively soon. And since they plan to keep the game going for like quite some time, it's just gonna take forever. I just started Kantos 8 and I've been on it for 3 days already. No way, man. Yeah, which is like I think that's so unfortunate because I feel like this game is like very niche, where like if you don't already enjoy playing Limbus, you won't really enjoy playing this game. To the theater? What's the theater? Oh.
계약이
부르신다면
저주를
아이고.
돌격 준비 완료.
네.
명령이라면
Oh, they're backups. Hold up.
아이고.
알탄
명령이라면
Okay, everybody else will be a backup. Hold up.
𝓗𝓪𝓮?
We'll make them backups.
최선을 다해볼게.
저주를 끼얹을 것이
하라고? 나? 뭐 최선은 다.
Your favorite character was Ishmael, right, Soy? And the story dungeon's even longer. Ugh. Honestly, it's been so unfortunate because these have been so long that on God, I'm gonna need to take like a big break from gacha games. Just cause they're just too long. It's so big. What are we talking about? Amazing. I didn't know they were remaining vessels of this class in Iberia. Aha! I see her name here. 'Tis called by the name Rebellion de la Masa. De la Masa. Masas. Rebellion de las Masas. Revolt of the Masses. Is it? A name very much mirrored in peculiarity indeed. It being long as canon for arknight events? Oh man. For new players it is a lot because you can go from chapter to chapter. Chapter 1 normally takes like 3 to 5 months to release. Really? Holy. I've never played Arknight, so I don't know how canon a lot of these things are. But like, holy crap. The thing is, like, I really want to catch up in the story so that once like they start releasing new ones, it's like the streams are less consistent. More content coming, of course. I released a new video a couple days ago, I think. Oh, I stream on YouTube as well, so everything, all my VODs are on YouTube, and all of my like videos are also on YouTube. Hong Lu chimed in that he was rather fond of it with its size, being about the same as the boat from his home. While Ishmael, wait, what the fuck? He's so rich, shut up. While Ishmael quickly jumped in to correct us that its size alone wasn't anything special at the Great Lake. Okay, we get it, Ishmael's a pirate, goddamn. But it was still pretty big compared to MEP or the Indo-Elder skiff. I don't know what the Indo-Elder is yet. I wonder if we get to actually see inside. I thought it was going to be somewhere around MEF size at most. Are you sure you can get the ship fixed in a day or two? As I briefed you yesterday, the great majority of the time-consuming repairs had already been completed by the villagers. The extent of our repair effort only concerns a few components within the vessel that the villagers could not repair, which shouldn't take us much time. Let's go! Unless parts that are unfamiliar to Faust and are also malfunctioning, such as the core engine, remaining repairs should be sufficiently managed by Faust. Despite Oda's confident declaration, I could not help but feel oddly unsettled as I looked at the ship. I don't know why, but something tells me that we don't want to linger here for too long. Still, please be thorough about it, just in case. I'd rather not sit on a sinking ship again. The experience of the Great Lake was enough. Do not worry, Dante. Unlike MEP, most functions of this vessel, gear, propellers, steering gear, and all in operational capacity. This repair should be much easier than the case with MEP. They seem confident enough. It should be safe this time around, right? Vroom vroom! Are we taking the rope to climb up to the ship? No, there's a lift-like apparatus down there. It should take us up to this ship. Its stability was verified yesterday. Let us board the lift. You're 100% certain, right? The boat is afloat right now, Dante. I don't think I'll be sinking anytime soon. No Sharon, no. Sorry, Charon. No Charon. Wouldn't that be nice? Oi, are you two just about faff about down there? We're heading up now. No, we're going with you. As I made my way into the vessel's bridge. Whoa! I was greeted by the extravagant interior that was gaudy as its exterior. Oh my god! This place looks nice! This isn't real gold, is it? Sure, it's shiny as heck in here. I've got butterflies in my stomach. An AS. Aesthetically satisfying, she says. It's too ostentatious. Not quite my style. Oh, young Matthew! It's still quite the excellent vessel yet. I imagine the adventures we could embark on board this vessel must lavishly decorated. I have a personal favorite, but she's dead, so I guess Roshu and but Faust is pretty cool. I like Faust. Things I can't really rank them, but Rhodion's pretty chill. Faust is pretty chill. I like Otis. I like Otis a lot, but we don't really get a lot of time with Otis, so it's been like I haven't been as attached to her, I would say, because there's just simply she doesn't get enough screen time. Simply just not enough screen time. As Faust and Otis were working on one of the control panels, Ishmael walked up to another and interfered with it before giving a knowing nod. This must have been an investigative or research vessel of sorts, but it doesn't seem a bit extravagant for one of those though. Look, coordinations. Updating in real time it seems. Her hair's probably alive. I would not be surprised. The coordinates seem to have been set to somewhere out in the middle of the ocean. Maybe it was points to a small islet? Nope, no islet there. Wah! Blimey, lass. You sure know how to sneak up on people. Mayors! Haha, what? Did I actually surprise you? I did ask if you guys were gonna come fix the boat today. Still, I didn't know you'd be here. Why are the coordinates set to this location? There are several undersea cities beneath those coordinates, collectively known as... I can't pronounce that. Gramps homes. I see. Understood. What was understood, if I may ask? It is now understood why the promise to repair the ship was sufficient to earn their trust and the title of saviors. What's she on about? Someone get translation. Consolidating and cross-referencing the observed particular circumstance of the village and the statement of the village chief, alongside information garnered from the exchange with Mayor, it is possible to gauge the significance the ship's repair has to the local populace. Of course, while this may constitute a sequence of logical connections that poses a certain challenge for Heathcliff to comprehend, to employ any degree of efforts to attempt to explain in more digestible language would constitute a pursuit of inefficiency. Lower the baton, I implore you. I shall explain it in full. I was wondering when Miss Smartass would start gabbling like that again. So what's she on about? Heathcliff's shoulders were relaxed. It didn't seem like he was actually going to swing the bat. He placed it lightly over his shoulder with a sigh. A brief observation of the village seems to suggest that their subsistence situation was quite dire. Much of their daily sustenance consisted of dried food, most of them made for long-term storage purposes. Considering what Scotty said about what the coastal area are full of danger, maybe those dried seafoods aren't from around here either. Maybe it's food they packed when they first came to 𝓗𝓾𝓮𝓼. Some villagers were armed, yes, and those sea terrors weren't exactly that formidable, but given the state of the villagers are in, I thought that they'd have an easy time repelling those monsters. Indeed. And that brings us to the question of sustenance. Right, I get what's going on here. Which character, Soy? The lass and her granddad are about to visit their hometown, and they're trying to get some food supplies from there to feed the village. And to convince them, they're planning to use the fact that they're from the same neck of the woods, or sea, I guess. Oh, so we're not just repairing their ship, we're repairing their food supply plan too. Huh? What's wrong? It's, while the expressions were rather crude, Heathcliff's summary of the situation was clear, and to the point, and easily understood. The suitor stared at him with mild surprise. And I did too. What's with them annoying looks? Wait, or you suds? You don't think I'm that dimwit, do you? Top-notch intuition. My great heavens. The red face? Dante? It's just that it's been a while since they've shown this side of yourself. Thinking back, Hika's intuition always been excellent, and he's often put together surprisingly accurate conclusions with impressive speed. You know, when you really think about it, it's kind of your fault for... I've been too soft on you lately, haven't I? Get back here! Now, with those fools out of the conversation, was he correct? Otis looks away from the usual chaos in S. Mayors. Honestly, I'm surprised he was on point. Yeah, food's been running low in the village. At this rate, we won't last another year. But the cure will, I'm sure, they'll welcome us with open arms. I don't want to come off as like overly worried, but do you think they'll welcome the others too? Unlike Mayor or Chief, they're not. I believe they will. Iberia suspected and hates for no other reason than that we're from the sea, but our home cannot have fallen so low as to abandon a group of starving land dwellers. Prythee might explain to us what the Iger is? I had initially thought it to be a reference to a religion, yet it also seems to refer to an affiliation of sorts. Maybe there's something like nest dwellers. Though, I don't think I've heard of a nest that accepts Backstreet's people with open arms. Or maybe there used to be some rich folk? If they call them nest toffs here, then does that mean the rabbit-eared lass too? Wait, in the world you came from, do they not distinguish between races? That isn't entirely true. Delineation between races is a concept that does not exist. That does exist. Though I only saw them in the Fathoms. There were those terrifying things called 𝓗𝓾𝓵𝓮𝓼 spawns. However, as a general rule, it can be said that humans should be the only intelligent life forms in the city. The people from Terra have slightly varying appearances depending on their race, like my cactus ears. And I've got pointed ears because though I'm not a characteristic every shares. The closest idea of what they are discussing appearing to be, Dawn seemed to be struggling to finish her sentence. Meersalt stepped in to continue. By context clues and the manner of word usage, including the means of classifications, the closest example to our word would be blood fiends. Similar to external appearance to humans, different natures, comparable sapiens. 'Tis on my belief that blood fiends are ostracized due to their nature that maketh coexist with humans difficult. It may be that they are also... I'm sure some of them do possess qualities that make coexistence with them difficult, but they're probably rare. Then wherefore are they made suspects of suspicion and hatred? Well, the language is new, but the idea itself is pretty familiar to the city folks like us. Think of feathers of fallen wings, kids born in the backstreets, people who place their body parts with prosthetics. The forms differ, yet it is essence we find the thread. Something about how we keep finding these similarities in the ways of our lives, despite finding ourselves in a distant world with different rules, races, and humans. Felt oddly discomforting. Ahem. The point is you guys are doing us a real solid by fixing up the ship. Let's move on from these gloomy conversations, okay? I want to show you the cooler parts of the ship. This way. The ship tour may have to wait. The repairs are almost completed, but an issue has arisen. Issue? Wow. That's not reassuring at all. Multiple life forms identified ahead, assuming to be a sea terror horde. The ship's radar system seems to suggest that the vessel is surrounded. They're the same as monsters from yesterday. Executive Manager, please order us to prepare for battle. Damn it. Are they the sea terrors you encountered? They look a bit different, but yeah, probably. Alright, bye Sora, thanks for being here. There's a lot of them, but if our last experience tells us anything, we should be able to handle this. You too. Amaya, please support us in battle like you did yesterday. Cast thy fight, young mayors. I feel like I'm going to get in your way. And guys, find a place to keep mayors as far as possible from the battle. Then let's hurry down there. We don't want them damaging the ship any further. Holy!
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
목표 일시 무력화.
Oh my. Easy!
좀 더 잘 뵐 수 있을 것 같은데요.
Oh, Butler Fox.
단정하지 않군요.
처치의 약점이요.
처리할 시간이야 뭐.
되는 건 되겠네요.
제거하시죠.
Actually, wait, no. I want to see Roshu's new animation.
조심하랬지?
무불아위.
Whoa.
처치의 약점이요.
목표 완전 무력화.
처치의 약점이요.
되는 건 즐겁네요.
조심하랬지?
Get him!
이 안에 담아주지.
배연의 춤.
처치의 약점이요.
소매님 단정하지 않군요. 소매님 단정하지 않군요. 제거하시죠.
되는 건 즐겁네요.
Wait, hold on. I want to see. I want to see Ishmael's new one.
조심하랬지? 지금이라도 말 들어. 방해꾼 하나가 사라졌군. 지금이라도 말 들어.
제거하시죠. 약점을 파악했어.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
Holy!
모든 걸 거둬들일 순 없었어.
God, I prefer this one so much more. I really do.
모두의 약점을 효율적으로 간파했소.
Holy. I'll probably get up to here and then call it a stream, I think. But before that, give me 1 sec, chat. I'm gonna go give my dog his medicine. 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. It should be the last
탐구할
one.
것은 무엇이오?
로자, 교전 시작.
좀 더 잘 뵐 수 있을 것 같은데요?
배연의 진화. 약점은 파악했어.
지금이라도 말 들어.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
지금이라도 말 들어.
재미는 없겠지만
Well, this
그렇게
is
할게요.
easy.
되는 건 즐겁네요.
지금이라도 말 들어.
달려라 루신한테! 정의는 승리한다!
The power of justice.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
환상의 세계로 들어가 보죠.
Holy, so pretty. Yo, boss. She looks so goofy with like the butler outfit, but I like it so much.
지금이라도 말 들어. 무시 말했지? 방해꾼 하나가 사라졌다.
침묵했어.
모든 걸 걷어들일 순 없었어.
Oh, I think I'm really just liking any of the attacks
검은만
with like a blue effect.
본인의 승리일세.
Just simply anything with a blue, with those like blue effects, I just really like.
이쪽으로. 무불사위.
What do you mean?
대연의 주. 검만예크. 모든 걸
Don't tell me you like
걷어들일 순
Heathcliff.
없었어.
Fancy. Oh no, yeah. The skin that I got for him makes him look really fancy.
컷. 목표 완전 무력화.
Extra fancy. The remaining entities have all returned to sea. Is everyone okay? No, put me back on the ship. Oh crap. It was just like our last skirmish. Sea terrors that had surrounded the ship returned to sea even before the battle came to an end. And the retreat felt so orderly and deliberate to be just running away. It's almost like they're making a tactical retreat. We're doing peachy, but what about the ship? Pao, is the ship okay? Minor damages to the hull, but nothing that will impede the ship's operational capabilities. Phew. So I noticed in the battle, I might be wrong of course, but I think I noticed how around the end of the battle, those monsters were starting to go after the manager. You're probably right, actually. I noticed too, at some point in the battle, those monsters realized that it's the manager who's commanding the rest of us. I sense the very same. Their movements were fluid and adaptive, as though they were learning our behavior. Why doesn't the church and the deep worship monster like them? Or the deep worship monsters like them? That isn't much of a question, innit? They must have all gone mental. I'm sure they have many reasons, but Seaborns are beings of infinite potential, so much so that there's no superlative big enough to properly convey the scale. As organisms, they can endlessly develop and adapt. Each time they encounter a new environment or a new element, they transform themselves and other Seaborns. Maybe that's their draw. That fascination may be an attitude most befitting a researcher, yet the transformation of fascination into idolatry is, if I may be frank, not entirely positive. I find them pretty uncomfortable. They just remind me of whales. Then, can they adapt to learn a language to communicate with us? What? Going by everything we've heard, I think they sound really smart. Mayor's eyes went around at Honglu's suggestion. She brought her hands to her mouth, surprised. It sure was something. I heard that there was a Seaborn who could talk. If non-humans speak the language of humans, regardless of its testament to their intelligence, I could only think of two possibilities as to why they would. One to communicate with humans, the other to deceive humans. More often than not, it's the latter. What about distortion? Some of them already know how to speak. Distortion are phenomena in which humans transform into monstrous forms, first absorbed after the White Nights and Dark Days incident. Therefore, that example is irrelevant to Otis's supposition. White nights and dark days, she whispered quietly, but as we were standing rather close to her, we all caught on to the hint of her joy in her voice. The pillar of light in the city, did it really? How have you come across this knowledge, Miss Mayers? Oh, ain't it obvious? We've got the culprit right here. The storyteller lass who's been grabbing on with no end. Yeah, she's been talking nonstop all morning about all kinds of stories, hasn't she? Oh, yet I have not gotten that. You again, you didn't get so lost in your own stories that you blabbed all about our company's secrets, have you? Nay, I would simply not. As Dawn was subject to yet another round of scolding, Amiya stared out towards the sea, worried that the sea terrors might start crawling to the surface once again before turning towards us. I wondered which of the two our seaborns are. Their sense of self is really, really faint, so I don't think they'll be in either category. I think it's possible that they learned human language out of instinct, but the power of speech might help them survive. It appears that Miss Mayers are quite the expert on the subject of seaborns. Your knowledge of them goes beyond what fear for those survivals may yield, thereby suggesting a different means of acquisition. Do you, by chance, worship the seaborns? How's the collab story so far? It's pretty long. I think it's like, I don't really know any of like the Arknight references, so I don't know how many there are, or if they're like what has shown up to be an Arknight reference. So right now, I don't really know how much of Arknight is actually in this. I don't mind the story though. I mean, especially like having like little like new characters from like other games is kind of nice. I'm just still a little confused, and it's like a pretty long story too. So I'm more so just adjusting. I don't worship seaborns. Seaborns don't have any hopes or wishes, just desire for survival. Is it just me, or has the characters been less of a dickhead? Yeah, they matured a lot. I mean, if you've noticed as well, like between the first Kantos till the third, from the first to the third, Heathcliff has become a lot less violent. Like, he's still a dickhead and he's still like very aggressive, but he has become a lot less aggro. He doesn't constantly threaten to kill people and isn't like constantly, you know, being unhinged. He's definitely matured quite a bit, along with like the other characters. Dawn, I think, has like the least amount of like maturity. I mean, I don't know. I think he just like eventually like just started maturing, because he did get put down a few times by Verge, but it wasn't like a big. It wasn't like, for example, in the Kantos 3 where we last left off, he put his like shoe on Dawn's neck, because Dawn fucked up so much that he was like literally like at his ends with her. I don't think that Heathcliff had a moment like that with Virgilus, where he snapped on him like how he did with Dawn. I think Heathcliff just kind of like matured and like was like, okay, whatever, like this shit ain't even worth it. I think he just matured by himself. Like, I don't think he had an instance like that, like how Dawn did. I'm still a little confused with the story. I do want to complete it, obviously not during this stream, but at least get like 1/3 of the way there. but it is pretty long, I will say. Miss Mayers, does that mean if Seaboys were somehow able to hope? Maybe so. Is that so? The repairs are complete. As we were conversing, Foss descended from the ship with a neatly organized set of tools borrowed from the village. Repairs completed. Limbus has a lot of lore and story. This is the third game. I know. When I first started playing, a bunch of people were telling me like, oh, you need to play like all of the other games. I was like, huh? What do you mean? Oh, there's too many! I'm guessing repairs are done. Yes, the ship is ready to set sail. Did you have a departure time and date in mind? I would prefer if we could depart as soon as possible. We don't have a set time or anything, but I think we should be able to sail set this late afternoon at the earliest. That soon? As you've seen, we don't have a lot to bring with us. By the way, how far out of sea do you guys need to go? We need to find this dimensional door of sorts. I consider dimensional doors light from the beach at night. It was faint, but given how the light's strong enough to break through the sea fog, we should be able to determine its location somewhere around the coastal water. So, could we get back tonight? Could we go back tonight? The first order of business to relay this news to the villagers. Yes, back to the village for now. Gosh, there is so much. There's just so freaking much.
입회 완료. 계약에 따른 의무 이행 확인도 했고 이제 할 건 다 했네.
Oh goodness. Okay, yeah, I mean, in 2 hours and 20 minutes, we were able to get like up to here. So boy, I think maybe in 2 more streams, if we keep it at this pace, I might be able. Okay, what do you guys want to do? I can knock out this story mode in 2 more streams, or we can go on for a little bit longer until we get closer to like this checkpoint, and then we should be able to knock it out in 1 more stream instead of 2. What do you guys think? I think 2 more streams if I keep it at this pace. But I can keep going for now so that I can just finish the story in 1 stream instead of 2. But the thing is that this doesn't count to like the story, as in we won't be progressing in like the actual story. Well, the way Limbus loves to do things, it always ends with a dungeon. And the dungeons do take pretty long as well. The dungeons do take quite some time. It gives me drops for the event, and then the event can be used for this. So like, if I get enough stuff from the event, I can get this, which is like a character. I could also just get all this stuff. And if I get a lot of extra stuff, I can buy these tickets. And with these tickets, I can roll more people. But this, again, because this is, it's an ego. Oh, so it's not even really a character, it's an ego. But because it's part of the event, it's not actually part of, like, the story. Meaning that we aren't progressing here. Like, we're not doing the story. We're doing the event story. Yeah, it's part of the story, but like, for example, it's gonna be gone, but when this event's over. It's not, I don't think it's gonna stay. Which is what I'm saying, like, it's not part of the story in the sense that we can play it later on. It'll be gone after this stream. Or like, after this event's over, won't it? So there's in total, okay, there's 20 episodes in total, and we've completed 5 of them. This is the only event that's actually going away. So every event is integrated into the story, but this one will not stay. Okay. So because there's 20 episodes and we've only completed 5, it perhaps will be a little longer than 2 streams. So what would you guys want to do? I can do like 1 or 2 more episodes, which should get it like up to here, like here. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, if you don't know too much about the collab story, I think you should play the main story. The thing is, like, the collab story is supposed to it's connected to the canon story. So it's like the years into the future. I don't understand the Arknight references, but I don't think that it's too important to the collab story, because it seems to just be using the characters with some references to Arknight, but it's not using Arknight's story, from what I'm understanding. Speedrun Kantos 8 in 1 month? I probably could if I did every single, like, if I streamed every single day. Only Limbus. Basic lore? Basic lore is crazy. I mean, I'm personally liking the story, the little short story, because it is pretty different. Then I'll ask you guys, would you guys prefer that I just do that, like, that I do the event story on my own, and then we just carry on to the main story? Because I can do that as well. I can just play the story on my own, and then we go back to the main story. I have no clue, I just joined. It's okay, like, I mean, I'm asking you guys.
관측 완료.
I'll still...
뭐가 이렇게 시시해?
If you guys don't want to watch, like, the collab, then that's fine. I can just still play it on my own. And then we just continue the main story. Because I'm still curious on it. It's no hard feelings. I mean, I'm asking you guys for your opinions. It would be more hard feelings if I asked you guys your opinions and then I was like, man, fuck all that. And then I just did it anyways. Hold up. Six, some of that. If you could play the collab on stream, it would take even longer to get to the game over with. That is true, yeah. Then, let's see. And we're very close to finishing Kantos 3 as well. So, let's do one episode of the main story. 1 or 2 episodes of the main story so that we get closer to finishing it. And by next stream, like guarantee, I would say, by next stream, we should finish Kantos 3 and then be going to 4. And then there's only 5 Kantos left afterwards. I also, because I know I was gonna tell you guys, I told you guys this, but I have been looking at the schedules of like the streams, and I will be cutting back on Limbus Company streams. But when we do a Limbus Company stream, they're going to be very long. Like, I'm gonna try to make them very, very long so that we can get more of the story, like, done with. But the streams will be less consistent, if that makes sense. Like, they'll be less, but longer. Like, right now, they've been, like, more and really long. But I also understand that you guys just... It is very niche. It's not for everybody. It's gonna be... I think it's like... I don't want to do half collab, half main story. Simply because I'm gonna start getting very confused on details. Especially having to go, like, back and forth between them. So I think it's just best to focus on one. And if you guys don't like the collab, I can just stick to the main story. And I'll still do the collab on my own. But to go, like, back and forth between them during streams seems a bit like a lot. Like, a lot of things to store in one moment. You guys don't have to, like, say things to, like, spare my feelings. By the way, I'm asking you guys for your guys' opinion. If you guys just don't like it, it's not get over, but more so, like, getting closer to... It's gonna take forever, that's true. But more so just, like, getting more of the story, like, done. Because it is pretty long, but I'm also very interested in the story. But it's just easier to say, like, oh, to get the story over with. But I like it. I personally like Limbus Company and like the story. But it is very long. But yes, there'll be like a little less Limbus Company streams, but they'll be pretty long. The other story, the shocker is chapter 1 and 3 is so basic. I have heard a lot of people say that like 1 to 3 is like okay, but like it picks up. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people said the writing gets like so much better, like a lot better. Oh crap. I like.
또 어그러져.
부르신다면 언제든.
I don't remember what my A team was. I know Roshi was in it.
예.
Oh crap! Right. They're kind of very low because they are new skins. Hold up. No, the poll won't be unfair at all. The story got so long in some chapters, people complain. Are the stories shorter, like, later on? They had to cut it by half? So the future chapters are, like, shorter from, like, which chapter to which chapter? It gets longer or short? What do you mean longer? Okay. Let's put you at there. What? One and two is very short. Are you joking me? That shit's talking like 2 to 3 streams each of like 4 to 5 hours. Okay, I want Roshi there.
예.
I think as Rodion and Boss together is such a bad combo.
자,
Okay, let's
𝓗𝓻𝓮.
try this. I wanna have Mersault in here.
규정이라면 따르겠습니다.
I've been playing my chapter 4 for 3 days and I play 4 to 5 hours.
이제 어떡할까요?
You're
지금
gonna go till
저희가 조용히
2040.
이동하기만 하면 다른
Oh, great
신문관들에겐
heavens.
들키지 않고 지나갈 수
Halfway
있어요.
point! Oh, what? What do you mean the halfway point? 4 to 5 hours for 3 days and you're halfway! No, that's actually no, they've got to be tweaking. That's inhumane, man. Why? Please FF this game. But tech, you will get stuck though. What do you mean? Limbus Company fights are brutal. Oh, great heavens. Oh, great heavens. Yo, what the hell? But I like Limbus. Jason giving you a reason. A lot of players get stuck at boss fights. Oh my god, but I'm not like other players, I'm just simply better, so it's like, that doesn't even apply to me like that. Ah! No, chat, just chill, man. Chill. Nothing to be scared of, kittens. We'll just do like a few streams a month, and we'll just make them very long. Nothing to worry about like that, man. Also, everybody who's watching on YouTube, leave a fat thumbs up. Leave a fat thumbs up. Yo! Leave a fat thumbs up on the stream. What's longer, One Piece or Limbus Company? No. That's what a lot of streamers, that's how a lot of people, they most come back for the long stories. Oh, I'm disliking. No! Don't dislike the stream. Bro, I didn't make Limbus. I didn't think it was gonna be this fucking long. Holy crap. I already did. Change that. Don't do that. Stop. Stop. Chat, you won't like, come on, chat. Think about it, chat. It's not like ZZZ or Honko where it's like, oh, new story. Plays 3-hour story. Damn. Now I'm protesting. Damn, you guys really don't like Limbus? Like, on God? Why call us kittens? Because you guys are my kittens. Meow for me. Immediately. Chat, come on. No, I just saw the... Bro, I saw the light go away. Trent, come back. Put a like on that shit. Me, I love Limbus. See, we got Limbus enjoyers, chat. Why can't you guys like Limbus? I'm unsubscribing. I'll kick you from the server. Don't test me. Come on. No, you guys can't be like this, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. I love League. Oh, fuck no. Fuck Limbus. I bet it's because Limbus don't goon enough. No, man. Like, I really like the story. Genuinely, the story is so good. It just is really long. Toxic. Oh my god, man. That's not who I am. The TikTok Mina and YouTube and Twitch Mina are two different people. God, I don't want to be held responsible for anything I say on my TikTok streams. Oh, man. Oh, I can't believe you guys actually hate Limbus Company. Like, still alive, of course. Hate isn't harsh enough word. What? People thought it's gonna be bikini, but they gave a scuba outfit, full cover up, can't see anything. Nah, I am still alive. Noodle, hello. Noodle, what do you think about Limbus Company? I think you guys are toxic, on God. I think you guys are just toxic. People complained over that. I mean, some people were complaining that the stories were too long, no? Or was it that they were too short? Okay, what should we do now? If we move quickly, we might be able to pass by the other Inquisitors unnoticed. Banter. Wait, we saw this part.
그래서 저놈들에게
Our foes might jab me in the heart over and over
계속해서
for that.
심장이 뚫리게 될 수도 있어요.
I don't mind it. That's trying. You said you didn't like Limbus either. You said that the stories were really long and that you would find yourself like dozing off from it.
그래도 버텨주실 수 있나요?
Will you bear that for me? Sinclair was trembling so bad that it's pitiful for anyone to witness. I could tell he was desperately trying to suppress his fear. It wouldn't be the first time Sinclair had died. Whenever he bit the dust, I made sure to bring him back. Fuck Limbus. I'm writing a diss track on Limbus Company. Yo, come on, chat. It's not that deep. Today, he's newly asking for my understanding. He looked determined to confront them directly, even if it meant he'll die again and again. I feel quite unlike the fright a usual battle evokes. Maybe he's holding the kind of fear that comes with a certain courage. In that case, are you scared, Sinclair? Renting out a music studio for this. Chat, come on. Hey, how is Limbus Company cannot be that bad to you guys? Be so on God. I love Persona. What the fuck? Okay. I'll tell you guys how many Limbus Company streams are expected for the month of October, right? And then you guys tell me if that's good, right? Bare minimum. Okay, how about this? Minimum 3 Limbus Company streams for October. But they are gonna be fucking long, and I mean they're going to be very long. But how about 3 streams minimum for October? Delete the game. No! I was actually discussing that in my Discord server, Jason, that Limbus seems pretty niche. Like, the only people that like Limbus are people that have basically dedicated their profiles and like their whole existence to Limbus. Like, a lot of the people that joined the server or like that joined the streams all have like Limbus Company reference names, profiles, like all that stuff. 5 Limbus streams a day, you're fucking nuts. 3? Wait, is 3 too much or 3 or is that too little? I think that's a good amount for 1 month, and they're gonna be long, considering that I stream 4 times a week. 4 times a week, 4 weeks in a month. That's the problem with Limbus, which, that the only people that like it are like people that, you know, revolve themselves around Limbus. It has dedicated fans. True. What do you think about this, Shaggy? Like, what's your play some league streams in the morning before Limbus? We have a deal. I do that anyways. You know, I literally streamed the league today and yesterday, and the day before yesterday. I'm gonna kill you, Shaggy. Three is okay to push into the story. Okay, thank you. I think your idea is reasonable. See? 3 Limbus Company streams in the month of October. 3. Most people don't even know Limbus is a pretty hidden gacha game. I didn't know anything about I've never even heard about Limbus until my viewers told me about it and wanted me to play it. I'm banning Shaggy. With what perms? Sinclair suddenly turned around and gave me a startled look. Did I see something weird? No, it's just...
오래전에 같은 걸 물어보았던 친구가 생각나서요.
I was reminded of a friend who asked me the same question. Sinclair opened his mouth after a brief pause. His voice cracked.
전 히스클리프 씨 말에 동의해요.
You're one viewer that is never in here. That's pretty fair. Yoda is rarely ever here, even though he's the one that suggested the game. I never announce it because I never know. Sometimes I'm just like not feeling, like, I just don't feel it sometimes. I agree with what Heathcliff said.
의체 머리를 가지고 있어도 단테 씨라는 사람이 달라지는 건 없었을 거예요.
I think, listen, chat. I think 3 streams a week from Limbus is pretty reasonable. They're gonna be probably the longest streams of the month. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, some people are busy. Not only that, Trent, Yoda's a... Okay, sorry, no. 3 Limbus Company streams for the month of October. If anything, I will keep it 3 Limbus streams a month. Also, Trent, Yoda's not in here a lot of the time because he's in school. Right now, today's a Saturday, so he shouldn't have school. But it's probably like very early for him. Because the times that Yoda has joined during weekdays, he has had to leave mid-stream because he has class. So it's probably very early for him right now. Like the last few streams of Limbus Company, he said, oh, I have to go, like, class is starting in a few minutes. Or I have to go to my next class. So it's probably just a huge time zone thing. Oh my god, I would love a Limbus style VTuber models, like... Ugh. It depends on the game, really. So, like, for the Limbus Company streams, I think I've been streaming between 3 to 6 hours. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let me check. Let me check the playlist. Yeah, all of my Limbus Company streams have been on average 3 to 5 hours. And my streaming average for, like, general streaming, I would say is between 2 to 4 hours on average. Like, more likely, it's between 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. But sometimes average 2 to 4. 2 to 4. We're only on consoles 3, yeah. We're over halfway. Prosthetic head or not, you would have been the same person regardless, Dante.
그리고 우리 가족들도 마찬가지였겠죠.
I guess the same could be said for my family. Why is my portable charger not charging? I might not even have a choice because my portable charger doesn't have battery and my phone's about to die. So I might have to end stream soon. So let's just carry on with the story. I guess the same could be said for my family. Thanks, Sinclair.
아니에요. 이제부터 질리도록 죽을 테니 너무 고마워하시면 제가 불편해요.
It's nothing. I can't have you be too thankful when I'm about to make you suffer by throwing my life away. I mean, there are people that dedicate their entire existence to Monster Hunter, Path of Exile, and like a bunch of other games. Much more time. Not only that, this is like average for gacha games, I feel. Just as I realized that I forgot to ask when he said in response to the same question his friend had, Sinclair had already charged into the fray. Charge your phone into your PC. My cable is not that long, I fear to say. But like I said, minimum 3 Limbus streams a month. Minimum. Look, there are 4 weeks in a month. I stream out 4 times. That is 16 streams. 3 out of 16 streams are Limbus Company. Oh crap. That's not even too bad! If anything, Trent, you can think of it as like you can play this in your background while you do your studying. Think of it as background noise studying streams. Man, but the story is so good. What am I to expect, Jason? I would become depressed. What? Oh my god, I saw the Limbus Company umbrella and I want it so bad. I want Limbus Company merch. I really do. I wish they had like a surprise box.
죄송합니다. 오티스님 많이 제게 주어진 일을.
Holy crap. Everybody's dead! What? What can I do with the YouTube XP? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think it's just a flex. I really do think it's just a flex. What do you mean? How does that? What do you mean by mind-numbing grind? Okay, I'm gonna have to level these up.
또 계약 하나가 파기됐네.
Let me level my guys up a bit more.
실적으로.
Okay. So we put Mere Soul, but Mere Soul I think was too weak. So let's level him up a little bit. And then I wanna make Heathcliff really strong. I know it has an actual restaurant in Korea. Oh my gosh, my viewers are telling me about that. When I first started playing Limbus, a bunch of people that joined were telling me so much about it. Let's level up Otis.
돌격 준비 완료.
Put Otis in here.
예술이란 것을 보여주지.
So while the combat is fun, it gets old really fast when you're fighting the same thing over and
이제
over.
어떡할까요?
I see.
지금 저희가 조용히 이동하기만 하면 다른 신문관들에겐 들키지 않고 지나갈 수 있어요.
Okay, what should we do now? If we move quietly, oh wait. I think we just skip here. I see. I've never played Zenless. I've only ever played like Withering Waves.
𝓗𝓪𝓮𝓼 𝓗𝓾𝓵𝓮𝓼.
돌격합니다.
조심하랬지?
겉만예크.
Okay, a little bit more easy.
𝓗𝓪𝓮𝓼 𝓗𝓾𝓵𝓮𝓼.
Get off my monitor.
겉만예크. 처리할 시간이야 모자리다. 여행.
I love that skin so much of
목적이
Dawn.
있어.
It's so pretty. Man, I can't believe you guys all together hate Limbus.
본인의 승리일세. 본인의 승리일세.
지금이라도 말 들어. 지금이라도 마랑의꾼 하나가 사라졌군.
즉시 퇴거하시죠.
Holy crap. How many more are there?
돌격합니다. 여행엔 목적이 있었지.
So satisfying to my brain. Don't even remind me, Shaggy. I miss her too. I miss her so much.
이 안에 담아주지.
I think about her every day.
지금이라도 말 들어. 지금이라도 말 들어.
약점은 파악했어. 겉만예크. 즉시 퇴거하시죠.
Bro, shut up. Oh, stream suggestion? Persona 5? Is this the one that's free?
입회 완료. 계약에 따른 의무 이행 확인도 했고 이제 할 건 다 했네.
Wait, how much is Persona 5? Is it Persona 5 the Phantom X? Okay, which Persona? There's Persona 5 Royal, Persona 5 the Phantom X. I need specifics. Specific titles. Is it Royal then? Wait, no, there's Persona 5 Tactica. What is it? There's Persona 5 Royal. Persona 5 Tactica, Persona 5 Strikers. Oh, okay. Yours says Royal. Okay, I see. Not you, Siri. Fuck. There are hella spin-offs. I'm seeing that. Okay, we're gonna have to do this one really quick before my phone
예술이란
dies.
것을 보여주지.
But I shall look. Persona 5 Royale. Let me see. 45, 49, 40. What? Wait, buy Persona 5 Royale 59.99. What the fuck? Oh, I could buy it with the Persona 5 or Persona 3 Reload for 49.40. Wow. And that's a bundle. I can get them both. Shit. Hold up. 2 games for 49.40. 2 Persona games specifically. It's free on Xbox Game Pass. Ooh. Okay. Oh my god, I didn't even get to, okay, I was looking on Steam. What the hell is this? Sinclair's home was the largest mansion in the neighborhood, standing at the innermost part of town. One could see from a distance that a huge flame was engulfing the estate. I knew damn well. I did. I had searched. I even told you guys beforehand. I said that the average time was between 40 to 50. I said that in like the very early streams. I just wasn't expecting my viewers to hate it so much. One could see from a distance that a huge flame was engulfing the estate. I took a moment to try and imagine what this town could have looked like during its peaceful times. To bring to mind the times when the trees we saw near the town still had lush, verdant leaves. How Sinclair could have been during those times. Or when everyone around him had died. I couldn't paint a clear picture of either happiness or despair. Nonetheless, I only hope that Sinclair can brace himself for the misfortune he is soon to have faced.
정말
This is awful,
심하네요.
to say the least. Persona fans might come in to backseat though, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised. Backseating is very common for any popular game. I'm having everyone on the server not what? I mean, it's not like a bunch of people watch Limbus Company, really. I think it's only like the Limbus enjoyers that come over then and now. This is awful, to say the least. A courtyard that could have once been a vast, flourishing garden was now full of nails erected tall. A variety of prosthetic bodies were pierced by those towering nails. And the house was engulfed in ferocious flames, ready to consume everything around it. While everyone's attentions were drawn to the prostheses, Sinclair's eyes drifted to a corner of the yard. The graves. They're dug up?
파헤쳐져 있어?
Huh? Following his gaze, I could see 3 graveyards that were violated. Sinclair's expression alone was enough for me and all the sinners to guess who they were for.
𝓗𝓾𝓵𝓮𝓼 마귀가 따로 없구려.
To execute the dead. This is nothing short of the devil's work. I don't mind Limbus. Nah! I just love hearing Mina read, not gonna lie. Thank you, Zeno! Honestly, I'd rather watch you play Undertale 100 times than watch it. What? Now this hate cannot be unmatched. Cannot be matched. This is some crazy level hate. Also, it's really good that the game that Persona 5 Royal is on Xbox Pass, because that will make it so much easier to actually get to play. Father, mother, and sister. The family he mentioned, that's where they should be resting.
잠깐. 거수자 한 명. 전방이다.
You're not getting that shit from me anymore? What? You wouldn't give it to me so that I can play a different game? Halt. One uniform, straight ahead.
휘파람 소리.
That whistling.
아니, 아무리 생각해도 너무 웃기잖아.
Trent gives me like Xbox passes that he gets. He gives me the codes, and that's how I was able to stream like a bunch of games a couple months ago. I was able to stream I know we did Crime Scene Cleaner. We did Ghostwire Tokyo. And what were the other ones? It really helps me out when like my viewers give me like those codes and stuff, because then I'm able to do like more of their streams. Oh, we did Firewatch. I did like a SpongeBob game. I played Rematch as well. It helps me a lot when viewers do that, because then I get to like play so many more games with the pass. I'm not a masochist, man. I don't like this shit. If you gave me the code, I'd be playing a different game. And I'm rewarded with a torture method. I'd be playing a different game. Hey, I mean, it's just too funny when you think about it. Someone walks out of the burning household. Her laugh was simply sinister in every way imaginable.
썩지도 않는 몸뚱이들을 정성스럽게 묻어놓는 거 말이야. 그치?
Why put so much effort in burying bodies that can't even rot? Am I right? 그러면
그래도 여기 꼬챙이들 중에 잘 찾아보면 찾을 수 있을 거야.
I'm sure you find them around
꽂아놓긴 했거든.
somewhere if you look hard enough. I do remember nailing those 3.
내 말 잘 들으면 위치를 알려줄 수도 있는데.
Be a good boy and I might just tell you where they are.
어때, 싱클레어?
Well,
여기까지
Sinclair,
찾아오다니 많이
grown a
용감해진
spine.
것 같은데?
coming all the way here.
시체들을 쳐다볼 용기도 기르고 온 거 맞지?
Enough of one to look at a few dead bodies too, right? Why? Just why all this?
대체 이렇게
I've never finished Persona 5. I would watch you play it though. I've never played any Persona game, so I would really love to play it. I'll have to check if I'll have to play the games in a specific order to understand the story, because I've never played any Persona game. I've just really liked a lot of the characters and know some of the story from like conversations and discussions, but I try to not know as much as I can from games that I'll want to play in the future, so that I don't get any spoilers of the games when I play it. So I do know a little bit, but I try to like avoid it as much, like a plague, so that I know nothing. They have no linked characters, only references that are not important. I see. No, not you, Siri. Sinclair couldn't even speak properly.
비포팀들은 어디 간 거지? 이 지점까지 왔다면 모습을 보일 정도는 되었는데.
Where did our before team get off to? They've got to turn up at this point.
아, 싱클레어 친구들.
Sinclair's got some buddies.
같이 숨어들어온 다른 쥐새끼들을 찾나 봐.
Looking for the other filthy ratlets that snuck in. No way, did she kill Saudi?
좋아, 좋아. 잘 봐.
No!
내가 조명을 켜줄 테니까 눈 크게 뜨고.
Watch closely. I'll turn on the light, so open your eyes. Did he kill Saudi and Effie?
짜잔.
No! No. Effie was barely breathing. His limbs had been cut away, and deformed prosthetics were crudely lodged in their place. You did miss Cosette. Well, we didn't get to see them. It was more so we heard of them. Nobody in the chat really liked the collab story, so they don't want me to stream it anymore. So I was just gonna play that off stream. Effie! He was too mutilated to even speak a single word.
저대로라면 온전히 사망까지 걸리는 기간은 평균적으로 이틀이에요.
In his current state, it would take around 2 days for him to completely die.
장대에 서서히 꽂히면서 고통은 배가 되겠죠.
And the pole piercing through him will only amplify his suffering. Then,
관리자님,
manager,
저는 사람을 최대한 고통 없이 보낼 방법을 알고 있습니다.
I happen to know of a method to end a life with as little pain as possible.
쓰였던 적이 많은 기술이라 말이죠.
It's one that saw many uses, in fact. What about Saudi?
명령을 요청해도
I actually really liked them as like douchey as they were. May I ask you to give me the order? I looked to both Gregor and Ishmael. They gazed back at me, as if in acknowledgement, dropped their heads low and bit their lip. I understood what that meant.
편해지도록.
Rest in peace. The collar of Oda's clothes brushed against the wind. Then silence. It then broke by Chroma's roaring laughter. What is this build? At the same time, I could hear something else break.
어차피 다 같은 꼴이 될 텐데 챙겨주는 꼴 진짜 웃긴다.
Really, it's hilarious to watch you all care for each other when you all meet the same fate anyway. Where's Saudi?
싱클레어. 이러니까 옛날 생각나지 않아?
Brings you back, doesn't it, Sinclair?
그때 네 표정도 진짜 볼만했었는데.
Your face back then was real priceless. Homer,
너는 죽어야만 해.
you have to die.
어?
Yeah,
그게 맞는 것 같아.
I think that's the right way.
너는 내 손에.
You'll die by mine. He was interrupted by the sound of nails dragging across the floor. Where's Saudi?
궤도라는 작전.
Skydo. We thought we had felled him with our best, but not a scratch was on his body now. It was as if all his injuries healed in that short time. Seeing him walk towards us in perfect condition fatigued the sinners. Rendered speechless, all they could muster from their hearts in a deep groan of contempt.
기도. 나머지는 왜 처리를 못한 거야?
Skydo, why couldn't you take out the others?
용서하십시오, 쥐는 자시여. 제가 미력하였기에.
They just look more masculine to me, but they don't look like guys. Forgive my ineptitude. Oh, one who grips. My incompetence allowed them to escape.
항상 경계해야 해. 저 망할 철판떼기 머리에는 뭐가 숨겨져 있을지 알 수 없거든.
You have to stay alert. You never know what's hidden under those crushed steel craniums.
명심하겠습니다, 쥐는 자시여.
I shall keep your word at heart, O one who grips.
재회는 끝났으니까 나는 다시 돌아간다.
Since the reunion is over, I'll be heading back. Cromer turns around to look into the burning mansion.
그로마!
Oh! Kill her!
내가 널 이 손으로 쥐어잡고.
Get back here. I swear you. I'll grab you with my hands and...
아니지,
Nope.
싱클레어.
Sinclair.
항상 그랬지만.
It's always been the other way around. A long smirk danced across Cromer's entire face. It's hard to tell if it's the violent blaze or Cromer's vice that is consuming the other. Cromer's voice has me so lost, bro. Are you on God? And then,
쥐는 건 나야.
I am the one who grips. I'm not gonna lie, every time I hear I am the one who grips or like, oh, one who grips, that shit sounds fucking weird. Is that just me? That just sounds a little sus to me. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just a freak, but like, I don't know. That shit just sounds a little odd. A little bit of an oddball to me. Oh, one who grips. What the fuck does that mean?
처리할 시간이야, 머저리.
I am the one who knocks. Like,
처리할
I don't...
시간이야, 머저리.
Okay, let's... We have to speedrun this. My phone's about to die!
소맨이 단정하지 않군요.
Comer hot. Hello, Muru. Wait, is that your account? Haru? Hello, Haru. Hello, Dip. Yo, don't say that shit. Hello, Haru.
돌격합니다.
Oh my god, do something.
이 안에 담아주지.
즉시 제거하시죠.
Oh my god, hurry up.
조심하랬지.
What? Why are you dying? Because of what you said? You freak?
지금이라도 방해꾼 하나가 사라졌다.
Oh man, like I don't know why they named her that. Oh, one who grips. Who the fuck made up with that? Who came up with that shit? Also, if it's not, I'll check myself if it's on the pass. If it's not, I'll think about getting the bundle because then I can just get 2 Persona games for it. But that's not like guaranteed. If anything, I might just wait until the next time I can afford it. Because it's still like 40 something. That's pretty expensive.
방해꾼 하나가 사라졌군.
Come on, fight faster! 𝓗𝓵 best girl? Absolutely not. That place belongs to Yuri. It probably go on sale for like Black Friday or like Christmas.
이 안에 담아주지.
Yuri will always be best girl. Always. Shut up.
지금이라도 말 들어.
I'll always be depressed by that.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
Come on, my phone's about to die, please! You don't need the model, Mina? What are you talking about? Ah, I see what you mean. My phone's at 5% actually. It's literally about to die.
단정하지 않고.
What? Oh my god, Rosh is about to die. Wait, hold up. Actually, let me take this off her. Put this on Mearsal. Oh, sorry, not Mearsal, sorry. Heathcliff. And then give this to Otis.
돌격합니다. 여행엔 목적이 있었지.
Come on.
나도 이 안에 담아주지.
즉시 퇴거하시죠.
Come on! She died. It's good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
조심하랬지.
I need to make them stronger.
지금이라도 말 들어.
이 결투 본인의 승리일세. 본인의 승리일세.
Let's go! We did it!
입회 완료.
Oh.
계약에 따른 의무
Okay, how much my
이행
battery?
확인도
I'm at
했고,
3%. Oh,
이제 할건
okay.
다 했네.
Let's do the outro before my phone dies. Thank you to everybody who joined for today's stream. Please give a big fat thumbs up on the YouTube video, or sorry, YouTube video. What the hell? On the YouTube stream. If you aren't on the Discord, please join the Discord. We have a lot of people on there. We're very active. Plus, all the stream announcements are all posted on the Discord. But yes, I will keep it a minimum of 3 streams per month of Limbus. So it's gonna be pretty long, just so we can catch up more on the story. But yeah, leave a big thumbs up if you want more Limbus Company streams. Leave a big fat thumbs up if you don't want more Limbus Company streams. No matter what, just leave a fat thumbs up. And yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to all my viewers. Thank you to all my lurkers. Thank you to all my future viewers. And yeah, that'll be all for today's stream. Thank you all so much. And yeah, see you all in the next one. Good night.